Hey, hey. Says we're live. Are we live? Says we're live. Are we live? Hey, Anya, top fan. Hey, Talisa. Just getting this shared to the places. Hey, Casey. Everyone else say hi as we're hopping on. How's everyone doing? Hey, 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 everyone. Say hi, say hi, say hi. If you're on the watch party in the Magical Life, feel free to hop over to the business page and join, or if you're watching from the personal page, come over and join the full conversation on the business page. Hey, hey, how's everyone doing? So I think I'm over my resistance. When I was getting all the blocks and all the things were happening on Facebook, I was like totally had the shits with Facebook, and I stopped going live on my business page. I don't know why. I kept going live on my personal page, but I stopped going live on my business page. I was punishing Facebook. I think that Facebook made no fuss, but I was attempting to punish the Facebook. And so, I don't know, I'm over it. So I'm back live on my business page for the first time in a long, long time. But it felt good to do this live on my business page. And then I was laughing as I was like creating the title of this live stream. And I'm like, I do all the things wrong. Like, you're not supposed to put curse words in the titles of your videos. The algorithm doesn't like it, apparently. But you know, I don't really care. So here's my thing. Like, I'm just here to share my message as authentically as I possibly can. And that includes putting lots of curse words in my titles of my videos. So algorithm be damned, because all these videos are ending up on YouTube anyway. So you can just go watch them over there if Facebook doesn't give you the 411. If you are missing any of my videos, by the way, and you're just like in the mood for a Leah Steele binge watching session, all Facebook videos are now being uploaded to my YouTube channel. So if you haven't subscribed over there, you should definitely do that. It's www.youtube.com/Leah Steele. And by the way, if anyone's watching the Watch Party again on In the Magical Life, you can come over to my business page if you want to catch the full conversation. But I am going to just drop you the link for my YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed, you definitely should, and here's why. One of the first 1,000 subscribers to my YouTube channel is going to be winning a one-on-one abundance activation session with me, valued at $1,111. So you need to make sure that your settings are set to public so that I can see that you subscribed. But one of my first 1,000 subscribers is going to be winning that session. So it's worth it just for that. Here's the YouTube. It's super easy. youtube.com/Leah Steele. So, and again, like if you feel like you're missing any videos, all the videos are now uploaded over there. So all of my free content that I provide on Facebook is now over on YouTube. Casey, you're winning it. You're for sure winning it. You've already decided. Well, who's gonna give Casey a run for her money, literally for her money, by being one of my first 1,000 subscribers? The possibility, 1 in 1,000 chance that you're gonna win. So I wanted to come on and chat about something today because I keep seeing all the posts about 2020 is going to be so amazing, 2020 is going to be so great, 2020 blah 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 blah, which always happens in December. It's like people are like, I can't wait for 2019 to be over. 2020 is going to be amazing. 2020 is going to be next level. And I'm like sitting here cracking the fuck up as I'm reading all these posts because I'm just like, have you been following astrology at all? Do you realize that there is like a massive convergence of like basically every planet meeting with Pluto in the first quarter of 2020 in Capricorn? It's like all the planets are coming to meet with Pluto in Capricorn in the first quarter of 2020. And let me just tell you something. It's not going to be a fucking walk in the park, people. I think it's hilarious because I'm like, is 2020 going to be an amazing year? Absolutely. Do you have the ability to make 2020 an amazing year? Hell yeah, you do. But here's the thing. The first quarter of 2020 is going to be challenging. It's going to be challenging for everyone. Certainly the first quarter of the year. But 2020 is a 4-year. It has a 4 universal energy, which means it's a year of hard work. So it's not going to be all ease and grace and, you know, just laying back and allowing abundance to flow to you. Like, you're going to have to get off your fucking ass and go work for that. Like, you're going to need to make sure that you're fully in alignment so that you can take advantage of all that 4-year has to offer you. You know, there's so many important factors and things to look at. You know, the universal year energy, your personal year energy. I'm going into an 8-year, so I'm super excited about that because I am going to have a lot of abundance coming to me, but it's an 8 personal year in a 4 universal year, which means that like I actually am going to have to fucking work hard for that money. I'm going to have to be willing to like lay firm foundations and really take a look at the things that aren't working for me and get rid of them. The overall energy that I'm feeling for 2020 is it is a year of shedding that which is no longer serving. And for those of us that are spiritual entrepreneurs or in the online space, the energy that I'm really feeling coming in 2020 is that like it's no longer the time of doing 5 different things. It's like we're really being called in 2020 to focus in on the 1 or 2 parts of our we're meant to be focusing on our divine mission, and your divine mission doesn't have 5 parts. You may have 1 or 2 things that are a part of your divine mission. And right now I see a lot of people out there doing purpose work that are going in 5 to 7 different directions. That shit's not gonna fly in 2020. It's not gonna work. You're really being asked to get very specific on what it is that you're here to do on this planet and what the divine mission work is that you were sent here to do. And that usually has 1 or 2 components. It doesn't have 5 or 7. So if you're one of those people that's sitting here now listening to this making justifications going, but all of this stuff is part of my purpose work. What I'm telling you is life is going to be a lot easier for you in 2020 if you get a little bit more focused. I said it here, do what you will with it. Go out and make things harder for yourself if you want to, but that's really the energy that I'm feeling is happening in 2020. That really wasn't the purpose of this live stream. I really wanted to talk about what's happening in first quarter of 2020 because universally, we are getting our asses handed to us by all of these planets coming in and converging and meeting with Pluto. We are going to be seeing things happen globally that haven't happened in a long, long time. So things that I think we're going to see happening in the first quarter of 2020 is more and more countries moving into police state type realities. We're already seeing some of this in Samoa right now, but I think we're going to see more countries moving into that. Like, there is going to be a massive constriction in the first quarter of 2020. The great news about a constriction is that on the other side of the constriction is a release and expansion. But we have to go through the constriction, and it is going to happen in the first quarter of 2020. So I think we're going to see governmental upsets. I think that we're going to see, like I mentioned, I really believe that we're going to see police state type realities happening in several countries. I believe that we're going to be seeing the government stepping in, taking more control in every country. Like, I think that is just going to be the norm. Like, the power is going to be taken more out of the people's hands. And I think this is because, like, it really is, it's time for a revolution. It's time for people to step back into power. It's time for people to step back into control of our destiny. And we can no longer just allow a very few number of government elected officials or monarchs to rule our lives. And so there's definitely going to be more of that, I think, more constriction, because without constriction, that revolution doesn't happen. Without that constriction, rebellion doesn't happen, right? So I definitely think we're going to see that. I think that the first quarter of 2020 is there and designed to make us as uncomfortable as we can possibly be, so that we actually decide to go out and affect the change that we're meant to affect on this planet. Because too many of us are just bullshitting around right now and just we're literally just being passengers in our lives, and that's not what we were intended to be. We were intended to be the driver. We were intended to sit in the driver's seat. So the constriction's going to be real, and I can already feel it. And so many of the frontline change makers that I work with, or that are, my friends, or that are in my communities, both in person and online, like, we've been feeling this. The majority of us have been getting really, really sick. Like, we've been feeling the constriction already. We've been going through a physical constriction and a physical shedding of that's what just no longer serving. And it's happening for all of us, I think, right now in December, because the rest of the world's going to start going through it in January, and it's going to be ugly. And so we've got to be there to be able to hold the rest of the world through their constriction that they're going through. And we're going to feel it as well. We're going to feel it right along there with you. And again, this isn't intended to be like all doomsday, because I do believe that, the second half of 2020 is going to be amazing, because I think that we are going to start to see some revolution. I think we are going to start to see some rebellion. I think that we are going to start to see people and the beings of this planet taking their lives and destinies back into their own hands. And I think that's going to be really, really amazing. I believe that we are going to have financial collapses that happen in 2020. That's been a long time coming, and I think that we're going to begin to see that. I think that the way that we interact with money, wealth, and currency is going to completely shift over the next 5 years, certainly, but definitely 2020 is the beginning of that shift. It's the beginning of, there is a newness about the energy of 2020, but there has to be a death of the old. And it hasn't happened yet, which means it's coming. So get prepared for it. So, you know, for me, it's like, as I think about this and as I'm watching all these people with their like pie in the sky ideas of how great 2020 is going to be, like what I would say to you is, it's now is really the time to start making wise investments into your future. Figuring out who it is that you want to be ultimately in life, and starting to create plans to become that person, and not waiting until January 1st to start becoming that person, to really, really embrace and embody that person now, today, to start getting ready, because the constriction that you're going to begin feeling at the first of the year is going to be no fucking joke. And especially as we move into like January 12th, shit's going to start getting hairy. So between now and January 12th, I think you have a really amazing opportunity to figure out who is it that you want to be in the next decade. Like, who is this person that you're calling in? Who is this person that you're creating? And showing up as that person now, but also making investments of all your most precious resources, time, energy, and money, into things that are going to allow you to fully embody that person over the next decade. Now is the time. Now is the time to send the signal to the universe that you are really serious about becoming this person that you are claiming that you want to become. You know, I have been fortunate and unfortunate enough that I know that, you know, I am in this place now where I don't really fear much, because I have had so many things happen to me in my life that have been inside this place of great constriction, where in the moment it feels like everything in my life is horrible and everything's over and that it couldn't possibly get any worse. And in every single one of those times, in every single one of those situations, coming out the other side of it, I've recognized that it's the best thing that's ever happened to me. So as we move into this first quarter of the year, and I've got some big things coming up that need to be settled, and that I'm working on settling right now, it's like, I don't really have a fear around it, because I know that it may be hard in the moment. I know it may be constrictive in the moment. I know that there may be times where I feel some desperation or I feel some despair, but I know enough about this process of being a being on this planet to know that I should embrace the constriction, because on the other side of it is expansion like I've never dreamed was possible. So I think we're all going to be experiencing that the first part of the year. You know, for me, I'm really getting focused on what is the change I want to affect on this planet in 2020. And it is about financial slavery deconstruction. Like, I want people to realize and wake up to the fact that they have the ability to be financially free. And that is the divine mission work that I am meant to be doing in 2020. And so I'm going all in on that. Like, I really am going all in on that. And so my main focus in 2020 is going to be my Ouroboros programs, retreats. There is going to be an Ouroboros 2, and I'm really excited about that. That just dropped in the other day. So for those of you that are Ouroboros alumni, you will be able to continue on in Ouroboros alumni programs as well, like in Ouroboros round 1 as alumni, but we are going to do a phase 2 of Ouroboros that will launch in June. So I'm really excited about that, and that's going to be like reconstruction after the deconstruction of the Ouroboros 1 program. And there'll be at least 2 Ouroboros retreats next year, so I'm really excited about that. But the thing that I'm really excited about everything I've said really excited like 20 times on this live stream, is my Launch With Me program. And, you know, this for me is like, if you are a spiritual entrepreneur and you are planning on impacting this planet in a major way in 2020, and you are going to be putting offers out into the world, you need to be in this program. My Ouroboros program, my Launch With Me program, I've still got Ouroboros on the brain. My Launch With Me program is designed to help you get into integrity with yourself, and so that you can launch from a completely lined and integrous place, which is going to automatically fill your programs and put you in a position where you're fully financially supported doing your divine purpose work and your divine mission work. I do not believe that there is another program right now. If you're a spiritual entrepreneur that is planning on launching in 2020 anything, I do not believe that there is another program out there on the market right now that is going to get you to the place that you desire to be. Like, this program is it. I've never done a program like this. I am giving you full, like, behind the scenes access to how we do everything in the Leah Steele brand. It's going to be hours upon hours upon hours of content. And yeah, it's just really going to be next level. And so I really encourage you, if you are here to be a frontline change maker and you're here to make a difference in the world in 2020, like, you need to take a look at this program. As I'm sitting here, like, thinking into it, like, I was doing the who and the why of this program and what's going to happen to the people that don't do this program, because that's questions that I always ask myself when I'm launching something. I got a sadness because I was like, oh my God, like, the spiritual entrepreneurs that don't do this program are literally walking away from money. They're leaving money on the table. They're leaving clients on the table. They're not going to be making the impact that they could have made otherwise, because ultimately launching is all about getting to know yourself. It's getting to know what works best for you. It's getting yourself into alignment. And so many people aren't doing that. So many people are just out there fucking throwing spaghetti at a wall, trying to make something stick and not fully understanding who they are and how it's best for them to launch. There's so much that goes into this. Like, we're going to be talking about so many different things: human design, our astrology, who we are as people, what our morals and values are. Like, there's so much deep diving that goes into me having 6-figure launches. Like, it's not just fucking willy-nilly. It's not just me deciding I want to have a program and then going out and following some 10-step process. Like, that shit doesn't work. And it is not sustainable. So if you are ready to step into your next level entrepreneur and you really believe that you're here to affect change on this planet, like, you are going to be doing yourself a disservice if you do not sign up for this program. And it's the best way that I know to move into a period of constriction is knowing who you are and knowing who you need to be to make money and be launching aligned offers even during a period of restriction. Because I'll tell you this, there's going to be a lot of people out there that are launching shit during this period of constriction, and all they're going to be hearing is fucking crickets, because they're not going to know how to talk to people during this phase and during this time. They're not going to know how to tap into their own energy in order to call in and magnetize the people to them that need to be working with them, because people are going to be in their own little bubbles of frustration, of depression, of despair, of, even the ones that are doing well, they're going to be in their own bubbles of constriction. They're going to be dealing with the things in their life that are feeling constrictive. And so you're going to see a lot of people the first quarter of the year launching programs that nobody signs up for, or they only get 1 or 2 people signed up for. People that were previously selling out programs are going to see and feel restriction. It's just the astrology. It's just what's happening on this planet. And for me, make an investment in actually getting yourself into full alignment, into full integrity with your launches, so that you don't have to experience that. Because it's going to be hard. It's going to be harder launching in the first part of the year. It's going to be hard launching from this period forward, because we already have started having, Venus just came in and met Pluto on December 13th. So we already have the planets coming in and meeting with Pluto. And it's just going to get more. It's just going to get more constrictive and more constrictive. And it doesn't need to be a time of panic and despair, but you absolutely are going to have to make some changes, and there's going to have to be some shifts. So this program is about 2 different things. One part of this program is this stuff that I'm talking about. I don't want to teach you how to launch like me. I want to teach you how to launch like you. And I can give you the tools and the information on how to get to the bottom of that. So it's going to be a deep exploration of self, and how you best launch, and what is in integrity with you. So that's the first half of the program. And then the second half of the program is going to be systems and strategy. And I am going to show you how I do the details of my launches. And it literally is behind the scenes. So you're going to see my journaling. You're going to see my team meetings. You're going to see my team meetings with all parties involved, the Facebook ads people, the email people, you know, my content team, my administrative team, my financial team, my affiliate marketing team. Like, you're gonna get to see all of that stuff. You're gonna see how I run my launches from A to Z. You're gonna get a lot of me just dropping into the group talking about my thought processes, because that's literally how I get so focused in. I'm gonna talk a lot about what to do mid-launch when you get tired. I'm gonna talk a lot about what to do when it seems like things are going wrong. I'm gonna talk about, you know, all the things that I go through, how I have successful 5- and 6-figure launches over and over and over. That's what we're gonna be chatting about in this program. But the most important part is not me showing you the systems and structures, because you can have a fucking 6-figure launch without systems and structures. It's just true, you can. It is about personal alignment. And that's the thing that nobody's teaching. There's a million 7-step or 10-step processes to have a successful launch. There's a million programs out there that can teach you how to launch like the person that designed the program. There are no programs out there that teach you how to launch like you. And that's what I'm interested in. I'm not interested in making a bunch of carbon copies of me, because the truth is, if you try to go out and launch like me, you're not gonna fucking be successful. I want to create an opportunity for you to figure out how to launch like you, so that you can be wildly fucking financially supported doing your purpose work, period. So there are payment plans available. We start officially on January 2nd. We will end officially on February 2nd. But there are a couple of really cool bonuses that are happening right now. One is that the first 10 people that sign up get a special VIP call with me, and all class pass holders for 2019, you also get launch with me, and you get this VIP call. But I'm going to be talking about launching during holiday times. So I'm going to do a special call beginning of next week, sometime next week, on launching during holiday times. And then the first 5 people to sign up and pay it in full are going to get a one-on-one launch strategy session with me for your next launch. So literally, you're going to get me one-on-one going through your next launch, helping you with the strategy. And that's valued at $1,000. So it's a pretty good deal for the first 5 pay in fulls. The program is $1,555, or 4 payments of $444. So those are the payment options. That's the program. It's open for enrollment right now. We haven't finished the lead page. I'm going to record a video for it today. So it'll probably be up by this evening, but if you're ready to do the thing, you're ready to jump in, all you got to do is PM me and I can send you the payment link. There is definitely stuff happening right now. We're going to be setting up the Facebook group in the next day or so, because there's already strategy stuff happening with the Ouroboros launch, including we're getting ready to jump on launching my free program, the Ouroboros Experience, which will be a 2020 wealth creation program. It's a free program, so keep on the lookout for that, because the information on that's going to be dropping in the next 2 days, and it will be application only, as I do with all my free programs. So, but this is part of the Ouroboros launch. So if you get in now, you're going to be able to see real time all this stuff that's happening with the launch. So come launch with me. You will be with me on the next Ouroboros launch, which will be multiple 6 figures. I'm really fucking excited about this launch. Yeah, so that's it. Private message me if you want the links or you want more information. What else? I think that's it. Have an amazing day, morning, evening, wherever you are in the world as you're watching this live stream or you're watching the replay, and I will see you soon.